So mindfulness practices are intended to resource us so that we can step back in. It's not about isolating, giving up, moving away from the world. It's about resourcing so that we can step back into our lives with a sense of compassion, of ease, of wakefulness. So let's begin. Feeling all the points of contact with the earth beneath, whether you're sitting or lying in bed or standing. And on the out-breath, allow a sense of settling down, of letting everything drop, nestle into the earth beneath. Finding a dignity in your pose, a sense that what we're doing is important. It's valuable for our own mind and heart. And in turn, it brings value to those that we live with, that we work with, even those that we pass on the street each day. And bringing hands together at the heart for our intention. You may have your own personal one. And this is our group intention. We make the deep wish to bring mindful awareness to the body, heart, and mind, recognizing it's for our own deepest well-being, and in turn supports all those with whom we share our life. Releasing the hands. You may like to put them on the knees, on the belly, or you can place one on top of the other, the thumbs touching. And this is to represent the union, the coming together of our innate wisdom with our innate compassion. And so we'll move through the elements. So take a nice deep in-breath. And as the breath releases, allow a sense of the body settling again into the earth. You might even imagine that the earth is soft. And as you exhale and release any sense of holding within the body, you can make an indentation. Maybe it's warm sand, soft mulch, a forest floor, whatever you imagine, settling yourself down, feeling welcome by the earth beneath, and giving yourself full permission to be here for a while, to make this connection with our Mother Earth. And as you settle onto the earth, bringing to mind its qualities. It's dependable. It doesn't move unless it's moved. There's a sense of steadiness, solidity. It gives us something firm to rely on. And wherever you are, in a city, in the countryside, a small town, get a sense of the earth where you are. Even if you're in a high-rise building, follow that building right down into its foundation. Getting a sense of that steadiness that is beneath. And now taking that awareness from the outer world to your inner world. So sensing the bones, that earth within your body, they hold you upright, usually dependable. It takes quite a lot to break them. So feel how we are supported internally by the skeleton and by the muscles that hold the skeleton and allow it to move. Awareness of your nails, your hair, your teeth. The earth within you. Sometimes there may be a feeling that we don't have enough connection with our inner earth elements. We feel ungrounded. Or sometimes there's too much. We feel lethargic or even stubborn. Once we find that balanced element, there's a sense of stability, dependability. We can offer a safe landing place for others. We often describe people as our rock. So notice how it would be to find that capacity within yourself right in this moment. And the next element we connect with is the water element. So let's start once again with the environment around us. Maybe you're near the sea or a lake or a pond or a pool, a river. But we can also imagine those underground rivers of water in the city moving through the pipes that bring water to our homes. And we use water for purification, for cleaning out, for washing. It has that capacity to purify, to heal, to remove things that are no longer useful. And water is fluid, of course, it moves. When it comes up against an obstacle, it finds its way around or over or underneath. Even when there's a dam wall, the water rises and rises until it finds its way over the top. It has this incredible ability to navigate obstacles. And taking that understanding to our inner world, our heart and mind. Maybe right now in your life there are obstacles. That could be why you're here. So imagining that water element within, the creativity, the flow, finding its way around things that feel intransigent. And water also allows a sense of cohesion, adaptability. When we aren't in touch with our water element, when it's too little, we get easily panicked. We lack confidence. And too much water element can make us be very subjective or overly emotional. When our emotions spread out onto others and cause difficulty in that way. Sensing now, though, the water within you, the movement of blood that allows that fluidity within the body, synovial fluid, cerebrospinal fluid, lymph, all these channels of water within that cleanse, that allow a sense of lubrication. And in terms of those mental capacities of creativity, finding solutions, adaptability. There may be an element that feels very familiar for you, very close to your personality. We'll continue through them and you can witness, where do I feel at home? Where do I feel a little less familiar? Maybe you're used to being the rock and it's harder for you to adapt. So moving now to the element of fire. If it's daytime for you, you may be able to see or remember the sun. And if it's nighttime, of course, we know the sun is there, just out of view for now. There may be other sources of heat. This weekend, we sat round a big wood fire, feeling its warmth with the cold night air at our back. But that warmth at the front, warming the heart. The sunlight also allows for brightness. So moving once again from the outer world to our inner world. Maybe imagining your own heart, the warmth it emits when we're in the presence of someone we care for. The radiance that comes out of our eyes when we see something we love. And of course, our fire element too can get out of balance. When there's too much, we can be aggressive. When there's too little, we can be cold or dark, unresponsive to the world and the people around us. When you can sense into the fire element in balance, there's warmth, intuition, clear-mindedness, generosity. Fire gives, it transforms, allows things to shift like the phoenix from the flames. So maybe there's something in your life right now which needs to transform, something that feels like an obstacle. And when we bring our warmth, our loving kindness to it, it can transmute, burn away, leaving the spirit. And checking back, earth, water, fire. Which feels most familiar? Which feel a little bit unfamiliar, unavailable? And with our time together, can we explore, experiment how it might be to find that inner balance? And the fourth element is air, moving air. So maybe sensing the air right now against your face. Or if you're looking outside, you may see the movement of air in the plants or flags or trees. And air is all about movement, quickness, intelligence. There's a lot of air element in our world right now with the internet, the speed of change. Even this app that allows us to connect, it's part of that air element. I can speak and it's spread to Seattle, to Belize, to Texas, to Cape Town, to Australia. So there's something magical about air. Spontaneous, quick. And if we sense that within ourselves, when there's too much air, our mind is abuzz, we can't settle. We get overreactive, maybe workaholic, maybe worried, anxious. When there's too little air, we get listless and unwilling to think things through. So seeing if we can find the balance right here and now. Finding your own intelligence, the ability to take words, to find their meaning for you. And the air element also allows us an appropriateness in action, an ability to take information and move with it. And as our time and our practice comes to an end, we move into the fifth element. Some traditions use the term space, others refer to ether. So imagine what holds everything, the space around you. And of course, the space within. That capacity to be open, to be visionary, unobstructed, all-pervasive. That deep trust that some small act of goodness that we do right here and now can spread throughout the whole world. There's a sense of potential within space because of its emptiness. Of course, with too much space, we feel spaced out. With too little, we may feel claustrophobic. So seeing where you can connect with that balanced element of space, open-mindedness, willingness to meet each experience or event with curiosity, without losing touch with reality. Space holds all the material world, earth, water, fire, air. And as we bring our practice to its close, and imagining our own voice moving out, making a wish for someone we know who may be out of balance at this time. So as I ring the bell, you can imagine sending your well wishes, sending your warmth, your ability to solve problems, your steadiness and reliability, your quickness to find solutions, sending that to that particular person or that community with a wish that it may help them find balance.